I fly high, I'm blazing. I'm blazing, just like I'm blazing.
Hi guys, it's Queen Thing. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I am doing a dual comm with someone who you guys have no idea who he is, but he's still cool. So hey,
Hey.
This is Carlos, aka Piramides, and he's a guy who I play with on PlayStation and other like social media sites, and he's a fighter. Well, that's his genre of gaming. And
Street fighter.
Introduce yourself, mister.
Well, my name is Piramides, and I usually play fighting games or first-person shooters. But I'm really big in the fighting, and I'm hoping to get up in the fighting scene and go to tournaments and such. You know, just get better.
Yep. So today we're playing gameplay of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I think Piramides is better. But I do some little cool stuff by accident most of the time. But so right now we're gonna talk about. I was just thinking, because Carlos and I have pretty cool convos, and I was like, you know what? I think my statement, chivalry is dead or on its way out the door. So I figured I wanted to have a convo with you and you guys as well to get your opinions. So I'm gonna start off with my opinion first.
All right.
So my opinion, if I can give an example, it's really small, but I don't know, the smaller things, I was like, whatever. So
very small.
But in art class once, I didn't have my what do you call that? My art. Okay, it's the thing you put your paints on, whatever you want to call that. It's wooden sometimes or glass. I had a plastic one, but you put your paints on it and you hold it in your hand. I didn't have one of those, and so my professor was like, here, take this, and it was a wooden one. I'm like, okay, thanks. And a guy comes in the classroom, he's like, oh, that's mine. I'm like, oh. He goes, yeah, I'm sorry, and takes it out of my hands, and then goes and like sits down, and I still have my paints on it. I'm like, what in the world? And so I'm like, wow. And I texted my friend, I'm like, yo, chivalry is dead. I couldn't believe that. He just didn't give it to me. I don't need special attention, but I don't know, it was just
Right.
It wasn't like classy at all. It wasn't like, oh, I'm sorry, can I take that back from you? I'm sorry. It was nothing. He was like, oh, that's mine, snatch. I just removed it. And so then he walks down the classroom and he goes, I'm so sorry, I took that away from you really bad. And he's like, I was really rude about that. So he bought me a new one. So that he like saved himself or whatever. But initially I was like, yo, I couldn't believe him. I was like, you straight just snatched it out of my hand. But I think chivalry is partially out the door. Like, people have to, like, think a little bit after they do something, and they're like, oh, wait, maybe I should have did it differently. But it's not taught anymore. My little brother, it's like a dying breed. He holds the door open for people. They're like, oh, my goodness, he held the door open for me. Yeah, of course he should have. Like, what do you think? But, anywho, what's
my opinion?
idea? Yeah, your opinion.
Well, everything goes back, like, how everybody, like you said, nobody's really getting, taught how to do certain things like that, like to open doors for people or be kind. But that thing with women's chivalry, like you say, is dying. I would think you say it's dying since like the women's rights movement, because you're in equal grounds. Back in the day, medieval times, women were below us and men have to fight for you. You have no word for it. The thing about
back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. Back in the day,
Yeah.
That's why guys were in front most of the time, because they were doing certain things that women couldn't do. And I'm not saying you're not able to do it now. I'm just saying not a lot of people do it, and it's a norm for people not to be doing it. Of course, they do it for certain people, such as their girlfriends, their mothers, such and such, but I don't see it happening randomly to a different, random girl,
Yeah. It's not cool though.
Well, you gotta accept it. You wanna be, like yourself. You pride yourself on relying on yourself. Just like any other guy guys don't want help from anybody. You know, if they have
Yeah,
friends.
but like I don't want to put too much like emphasis on you have to be polite and courteous.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
yeah, like, but that's just something I feel like is a given. Like I don't know.
Well, like I said, if they're not raised like that, they're not
Yeah,
gonna
then
do
yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah, because I was raised like that. I was raised to treat women right and how, women are supposed to be treated,
Mm.
nicely. Just like any other person. I'm not saying I
You hold the door open for a guy
treat,
too.
I
So
treat guys crap. Guys like crap. No. I hold the door open, but that's how I was raised. And,
yeah,
and, people I hang around with, they do the same thing, and it's not like, out the norm for them to do it, But I could see, I could understand, like, maybe that kid was only child, and,
he was actually like, in his like 30s.
alright, that guy was the only child that lived with his parent. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't really tell you why he did that. Maybe.
Yeah, people do like I don't know. It's like they start being rude and then some just come back and fix it real quick. Like some guy, he let the door slam in my face. I was coming out of a diner, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry." And then he like held it open for me the rest of the way, although I was like halfway out. I'm like, it's okay. Like I understand. Like people usually, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't call it chivalry.
Maybe that was on accident.
Yeah, I feel like it's like people don't pay attention. Here we go.
Yeah,
like people are
there you
like
go.
walled in. They're like, it's all about me.
It could be.
Yeah, that's what I think. I just hit my mic, sorry. But I think that like people are like, it's all about me.
Well, the thing about it is we're becoming to be more selfish.
Yeah,
now.
real individualistic country. Now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And you can't really put your hopes on anybody.
Nope.
You
Yeah, I
can't.
get that.
And you can't hope. You can't.
And people probably don't do it because they won't get properly acknowledged either. Like, so
Well,
you can hold it
that-
up from someone, no one says thank you. You're like, man, shoot. I don't
Yeah.
feel good.
Like, I'll give an example. I was working last week. I asked a woman walking. I'm like, "Do you need help?" And she just said, "No, but thank you. You're the first person to ask me in 5 years if I needed help."
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like, that's your job to actually help people, and that doesn't have to do with chivalry or anything. That's just, you as a worker. Why are you not doing your job?
Hmm. Wow.
And I can't say much about that, but I think that's wrong for for somebody not asking somebody if they needed help. If even though if they don't need it, it's your job.
Yeah, he works in customer service, everybody. so
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
that's
I think
true.
that's my point of view on it. Like
Yeah.
it's not. If you want to call it chivalry, you guys kind of lost that with the women's right movement, and I don't mind it. I don't feel like I should be fighting girls' battles.
Get your own nail polish, Kim.
Yeah, I'm not into the biting, scratching, pulling hair. So,
That's funny.
I'm good with that. So.
Yeah, I get it though. I think maybe wow, that is like a dying term, or it's possibly dead. So now that term should just be called manners.
There you go. I'll take that.
Yeah, I think it's manners.
Yeah.
Wow, chivalry's dead.
You girls did it.
No. I have no problem with it. I feel like I don't know. It's chivalry is thought of as like I think women are like, oh, I could do my own thing. I'm like, strong, independent. I understand that, but I think chivalry people take it as this is how we treat women because they're lesser than us.
And you could probably take it like that.
I know. I think it should be changed. It should be like this is how we treat people in general. Alright guys, this is an added footnote really quick because I realized I could not find my words during this dual comm. I was like, but I realized what I want to say is that there was a guy who I knew in college. I think his name is Chris. I don't remember too much about him, but what I do remember is how kind he was, how polite he was, and how courteous he was. And to me, that made him so much more attractive than any other guy in the classroom. Although he's not necessarily my type, I just remember being like, I really like those things about him. And to me, when you have those characteristics which make up the word chivalrous, it makes you a whole lot more brighter. It makes you shine more, male or female. When people see a woman like that, they're like, I really like her character. Having those qualities only benefits you, they never harm you. Footnote over.
But I think that's an old word though. It's
Yeah,
not like
it's gonna have to be
it's
manners
not new
now.
or recent. Like it's the old word, and that's how it was back in the day. You know.
Yeah.
And and that's how it was, and they were fine with it until the women's right movement came in.
Yep. See, now y'all don't do jack. You guys have bad manners now.
Yeah. So, hey, you girls like bad boys. It's not my fault. I'll slam the door in front of your face any day.
Bad and rude are different.
Yeah. Okay.
That's funny. But, yeah, okay, what do you guys think down below? Is chivalry dead? Should we change the word? I'm going to call it manners from now on. Maybe I'll say chivalry. I'm just going to change it to manners. Because that word is, like, completely dated now. A bit archaic.
Like manners. I'll take that.
Yeah. Chivalry just sounds nice. Sounds like the guy should be shiny.
Shiny armor.
Not shiny like Edward. But, anywho. That's a Twilight reference, just so you know, Los.
I don't. Alright.
But thank you for talking, Carlos. Mr. Piramides. I'm gonna link his channel in the description. Like, I recorded like all his gameplays and stuff, but he has some really good fights. He's a Blanca player. Oh, before I go, so I want to start this thing. Well, Carlos actually had the idea, but I'm going to allow it.
Oh, you're gonna allow it.
So we're gonna do this thing where, I guess for training purposes, he wants to be more in the fighting scene and stuff like that, and I text message. So everyone who wants to challenge, or anyone, who wants to challenge Carlos and myself, Carlos is first though. If you, mainly him. The fighting games we have are Super Street Fighter 4, King of Fighters 13, and Mortal Kombat 9. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And he has Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which I might pick up because surprisingly it's good. I thought it was going to be crappy, but it's good surprisingly. And I have Blaze Blue Continuum Shift. We have Battle Fantasia. So if you want to fight any of us in a game, pick the game you want. And if you beat him, see, again, you're not going to play me right now. I'm going to see how this goes. But if you want to play me, it'll have to be Mortal Kombat or Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's like it. But for him, he'll I'm gonna give it he'll play any of them. If you beat him, then you get a prize. Either what is it?
We'll figure
a points
it out.
card for PlayStation or Xbox, or one of these little bundle things. They're like PC game bundles. Can't remember what they're called.
Humble bundle.
A humble bundle.
Yeah.
Speak English.
It's for charity.
Okay. So yeah. Well, the humble bundles for charity.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is just a bit of a challenge for us because I guess Carlos was saying you guys will fight a little harder for a prize, and then we'll get some practice in. He'll get some practice in. I think you're going to Evo, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Evo.
So yeah, practice for Evo. So if you guys are down for it, let me know. Comment section, PM me, whatever, PM him. It'll be fun. I'm probably gonna spectate again. I don't want to fight in Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah. You'll probably record the match.
Yeah, I'll record it. It'll be cool.
Post them up. You'll post them up.
So let me know, and thank you again, Lois, for coming, for speaking, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.